back. You're watching NDTV Profit. The markets are holding up firmly in the green with gains about a third of a percent coming through for the Sensex and the Nifty. Let's pull out some of the real estate stocks for you. There is some news coming in, and the real estate index is one that is looking the best. It's up with gains of more than a percent. The cabinet has approved the real estate regulatory bill, which will give in a lot of safeguards for consumers. This is going back to the original bill. Some of those provisions that the NDA government had gotten to make some changes. Now it has reverted to the original bill. It's largely in line with what was expected. What will be the impact on real estate developers because of this bill? We are joined by Mr. Navin Raheja, CMD of Raheja Developers, who is joining us on the phone line from Delhi. Mr. Raheja, thank you so much for speaking with us at NDTV Profit. As a real estate developer, are you happy with this bill? Would you welcome it? Because there are some stringent measures of, even imprisonment for real estate developers who do not follow the rules laid down in this bill.
See, as far as the regulator is concerned and the bill is concerned, this was a very, very long-awaited thing which was required to actually professionalize and streamline the entire process, number one, and number two, to actually give confidence to the customers and the investors. So from that perspective, it is really welcome. But we have three very practical suggestions which should have been incorporated. Number one, talking about putting 50%, rather in the newspapers are carrying 70% of the collection of the project into an escrow mechanism. We just want to, this is going to throttle the market also. It should have been basically the total project cost minus land cost. So whatever is the balance construction cost, that should have been escrowed. Unfortunately, in cities like Delhi and Mumbai and metropolitan cities, the land cost is almost 80 to 90%. If you have to escrow 70% out of it and the construction cost balance money required to complete is only 10%, then making people to put the money in escrow to the extent of 50 or 70% is totally impractical, and that will throttle the industry. It should be actually money required to complete the project. So number one is that. Number two, it is unfortunate that projects actually get delayed because of the regulatory multiple clearances and multiple regulations and multiple agencies putting their spanners and their nose into while the project is going on. Now these most of these if we see, projects get stalled because when you are halfway, some agency will come and say that this is the new law and you have to follow this. Or they'll start digging backwards that nature conservation zone, this area falls into nature conservation zone, which was mapped way back in 1989. So they come and talk about that, but all the time they were sleeping. The project got clearance 3 years ago, and nobody at that time the clearances came, and later on it is observed, no, it is like that. So you cannot play with investors' money, and you cannot penalize the developers for no fault of theirs. Number three is that they are not making infrastructure development agencies accountable into it. If the projects are getting delayed because infrastructure is not coming up, and there's no water, there's no road which has been developed by the government authorities or government agencies, they are not accountable. Only developer is accountable. It is unfortunate. So there are certain things which actually should have been seen from a practical and pragmatic and judicious perspective.
So you are saying that the government agencies are off the hook in this bill. It's just putting the developers in the dock and greater protection to the consumers. But you're not protecting the consumers through regulatory delays, and the government is off the hook.
Ultimately, if the infrastructure is not coming, or if some government agency or department or even the court comes, NGT or something, they come and stop your work. Central Groundwater Authority comes and stops the work. So, it is force majeure. Developer cannot do anything. So ultimately, it is the customer who's in any way going to suffer. Even if developer is sent to jail because of delay, because of unnecessary interference and coming in and stopping the project, you will be penalizing developer for no fault of it. But ultimately, customer will also suffer.
Right.
Because he will not get the delivery on time in any case.
Mr. Raheja, I wanted to understand from you, you said there's a whole proposal of putting 70% of your construction cost into an escrow account. What will this do to the cash flows and the liquidity position of large and small developers in the country? Will it hamper their operations a lot? Because we understand that sales are not picking up very well. Money is hard to come by. Debt is high, and the reason why such a protection is there because previously we've seen developers take in advance collections and divert it into another project and don't deliver on the first project. So where will this leave the cash flows and the liquidity situation in the real estate sector?
True. Actually, now whatever has happened, it should not be implied into the projects which are ongoing projects and which already where the because of the severe cash flow problems in the industry, the money has been adjusted here and there to make repayment of commitments. So you cannot go back and correct that. So right now they should take it prospectively only after this. But again, I say the cash flow issue is going to be very, very severe if the bill is not put into a practical perspective. Practical perspective is you should escrow only the money which is required for construction. You should not be escrowing the entire fund flow or a substantial part of the fund flow when it is not required for construction or completion of project. So, because you are going to do it just on a thumb rule or on without understanding how much money is required to complete the project, and you are going to even escrow the investments of the project also, which this is going to throttle the industry completely.
All right, Mr. Raheja, thank you so much for speaking with us at NDTV Profit, giving us your feedback on the real estate regulatory bill, which the cabinet has given the go-ahead to. This is going to be discussed and cleared by Parliament before it becomes a law. But Mr. Raheja, real estate developer, significant real estate developer, saying that this is severely going to impact the cash flow situation in the real estate space if about 70% of the project cost have to be deposited into an escrow account. We also have Mr. J.C. Sharma, Vice Chairman and MD of Shobha Limited,